and do big waves out there. So happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. I'm a little discombobulated. I don't know the day of the week. I don't know up from down, but I'll tell you, I'm excited to be here with all y'all. So excited for today. And I don't know if I might have missed this. So, and I don't see her on today, but yesterday was Courtney's birthday, and I don't know if we sang or not. I missed it if we did. So, if she jumps on, we might have to do a late birthday song. Otherwise, everybody go give Courtney Joe is her name on the interwebs. So go give her some love today. And oh, and happy birthday to your mama. So Eva Marie's mama, Sally, it's her birthday. We love her. We get to see her at many of the events. So always excited. And anybody else, guys, if we miss your birthday, we don't want to. So if your birthday is not public, or if we're not friends on Facebook, I'm going to give two pleas. One, if your birthday's not on your Facebook, text me and say, hey, my birthday is, and I'm going to go throw it on my calendar because I love celebrating birthdays. And then if we're not friends on Facebook, please send me a friend request because I would love to be friends with you on there. And then it will tell me your birthday, which is my favorite thing about Facebook, is that it tells me everybody's birthday. I don't really care about the rest of it. I love your kids. I love your pets. I'm actually kind of interested in what you're eating too. But other than that, I just want to be able to wish you happy birthday. The rest of it doesn't really matter. So maybe we build a little business on there, a little bit there. But our word today comes from Ruth Ann Larish. So Ruth Ann, hopefully I do it a little bit of justice. Her word for the year is transformational. And I think that could be such a powerful word. And, when we think about transforming, like, what does that really look like? And I don't think I've ever heard that the word used in a negative way. Like whenever we're talking about transforming, we're talking about, growing and becoming a better person or doing more in our life or getting healthier. Like transformations are always discussed in a positive light. And so it's a thorough or dramatic change in form or appearance. And I'll tell you, I found a slew of quotes that I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. So the first one that I found was change is inevitable, but transformation is by conscious choice. So we're going to see change everywhere. Whether we improve because of it is up to us. And I love that. I love the power. The next one that I loved was real transformation requires real honesty. If you want to move forward, you got to get real with yourself. And, it's so funny. I read things and I always feel so guilty, like, ooh, that's a place where I can have a weakness, or, ooh, that might be a blind spot that I have. Because there's many times where we're running along, I don't know, in my life, maybe not in yours, but I think I'm doing good and I think I'm doing all the things. And it takes somebody else kind of peeking in from the side saying, have you ever thought about, or did you notice that you, and I have to slow down and be honest with myself and say, oh, yeah, I'm looking at this with the wrong eyes. I've got the wrong perspective because I've got this big blind spot over here that I'm not seeing within myself. And then the next one that I found was transformation is not a future event. It's a present activity. And so that's kind of the direction that I went, was what are the present activities that we can do today, tomorrow, the next day, right now, that's going to create positive transformation in our life. And I'll tell you that much of this was inspired by Atomic Habits. And that's a book that I read for the first time the year before last. I read it again last year, and I'll tell you it's on the docket to be read again this year because it's a book that I feel like is transformational when you put it into practice. But sometimes I can start and then I get sidetracked and I lose the practice that I was trying to put in. But I would highly recommend, if you haven't read it, put it on your list and, have that be one that you add. And we haven't given a book away on here in a really long time. So we might need to give that away. And I don't know how to do it without coach. So we'll figure it out. I might have to hire somebody for free to help me give that away on here. But don't let me forget, you can put it in the chat. So it's Atomic Habits, and we're going to give one away at the end of this. But what I looked into is, as we're working on reading that book, what can we put into place right now to create transformation? So first of all, I've got to identify and understand what I want to change. So where does Andrea want to improve? Or maybe I need to reach out to somebody else and say, okay, pal, I know you love me. So tell me, if you could change just one thing in a nice way, if you could change just one thing about me that you think if I could improve on that, it would grow me as a person and help me create more happiness, more success, more health, whatever it is that you're looking to create, what's that one thing? But first, we've got to identify it and understand it. Because if we're running around loosey-goosey, we're never even going to see it. We're going to have those blinders on, which sometimes is powerful, but if we're looking for transform, we got to release those. Next, we got to rid our life of negativity. And you guys know I preach this, preach all the time. Like, turn off the news. There's no value there. You can get your information in another place. You don't need it repeated over and over and over in the background. There's not good things there. Plug into a great community. I know one every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. we jump together. But find a positive community of people that are growing and striving and wanting more for themselves. And that could be anywhere. That could be at your Bible study or your gym or a book club. It doesn't matter. But find a group of positive people that want more for their life and go get around them. Because in my world, I have amazing humans. Many of you are my humans, where I'm so grateful that I get to plug in. But then I also have some humans that when their face lights up on my phone, right? I see their number. I go, okay, I gotta hold myself for this. I've got to be prepared, because I know I'm about to be bombarded with some negativity. And it's really hard to transform when that's all we get. So we've got to balance it. We don't have to cut those people out, but balance it with some positivity as well. Number 3 is to move your body more. You're like, what does that have to do with, if my transformation's mental, why do I need to exercise? Well, it's pretty incredible what exercise does for our brain. Even if it's just, and I'm not even going to say that stroll around the block when you're just moseying, it doesn't matter what it looks like, but go get outside, move your body, see what your body can do, and see what that does for your mind. Little things, big things, all of that helps us grow, helps us feel better, helps our mental health, which is going to allow us to transform in a million different ways. Next, if we want to be truly transformational, be nice to other people. Sounds a little crazy, but the more I smile at other people, the more I feel that smile inside here. Now, we did talk about this the other night at an event, but the more that we smile at other people, we transform their lives too. So we create that ripple, that eye contact, that positivity that we're putting out in the world. It's going to come back to us tenfold. Next is to build a support network. So if your goal is to be an Ironman like Lance, right? I always want to call him Lance Armstrong, but not like Lance Armstrong. But if you want to be an Iron Man by Lance McAllister, well, then go surround yourself with Iron men and women. Go find some people that are doing the do that you want, and so they can help support you through it. If everybody that you're talking to hasn't ran a mile and doesn't know how to swim, they're probably not going to be the people that are going to help you transform in that direction. So don't call me for that, because I actually don't know how to swim. Next is to take baby steps. Sometimes we're like, okay, I'm going to run a marathon. So I'm going to get up today and I'm going to go run, I'm going to start with 10 miles, whatever it may be. And then the next day we can't move because we destroyed our legs and every inch of our body hurts. And I see this in myself every time I try to jump back into the gym. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do all the things. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do arms and legs and abs and whatever else. I don't even know, because it's been a minute. And I go in there and I destroy my poor little body. And then the next day I can't move. So I need a week of recovery. And then I really don't want to get back. But if we do those baby steps, so I want to run a marathon and I map it out and I give myself 26 weeks to prepare for it. And today I'm going to walk a mile. And that I'm going to focus on this week. All I'm going to do is run and walk a mile. Maybe I run 3 steps and I walk 20, but I'm just going to do those little baby steps. Same with our business. Same with really everything that we do. If we can just do those little baby steps, that one, they help us feel accomplished. Right? Every time we do something hard and we make it through, we feel more accomplished. Every time we feel more accomplished, we can do something harder. So those little baby steps help us win. And then they're moving us in the right direction, just like that turtle. So I think that would be a great place to start. So now I really want to give away a book. So Colleen and Mark, because you are right in the middle of my screen, I'm going to make you a co-host. And you can help me if you don't mind. I'm hiring you. I'm voluntolding you. So go ahead and unmute if you can. You're still muted.
There we go.
All right. Thank you, Colleen and Mark. So I'm just smiling at you the whole time. So hopefully it wasn't too creepy of me. But what I'm going to ask you to do, so everybody, if you could put in the chat the word habits. So just put it in the chat, habit, throw an S on the end if you want. And I'm going to be ready to make a screenshot and I'm going to close my eyes. And so Colleen, if you can just say 3, 2, 1, when you get to 1, I'm going to take a screenshot and I'm going to give away a book to that person. Is that all right?
That sounds good.
Okay, so you start counting. I'm going to cover my eyes and we're going to have a winner here.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's see who we get. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I got to go look because I cut off their head. So I've got to go look at the picture. Oh my gosh, I can't see the person. Okay, we're going to get there. Who is it? Okay, I hate to do it. I'm going to make you do it again. I'm going to expand the screen because I cut off their head and I can't see it. I can't find the picture. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to take a bigger screenshot this time so we don't miss it. And I'm so sorry. We're doing it again.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we've got Rick and Jane. So woo, Rick and Jane, send me your address on where I can send you a book because you're all over the place. And Colleen and Mark, I'm going to send you one too because you guys helped me. So send me your address. We'll get 2 books out today. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. And if I can figure out the other person, I'm going to send it to you, too, but I can't tell who it was.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everything was awesome.
Great job on the solo.
Word today.
Hey, Pony Drivers, love you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.